Yo, what's up, guys? I just bought the dip on one of my favorite stocks of all times that it just hit my risk to reward ratio where this stock is literally a steal. And as you can probably see, it's this call I just bought right here, which we'll dig into later in the video. But let me show you how my Robinhood portfolio is doing today. It's actually doing really good. After that awful day we had yesterday where we absolutely tanked, we're recovering from that. But if we go to the past month, we're basically at the same balance we were 1 month ago. So it's not like we've changed a lot. But anyway, I want to show you why I just bought this call right here. So let's look at the actual underlying stock. So it's down 48% over the past year. And if we go to the past 5 years, this stock actually looks very similar to Tesla. You know, it's up 657%. But anyway, look at the past year. Remember how it was down 48%? Instead of just buying $300 worth of shares, I decided to pick up a $300 call, or one contract was worth $300-ish. And this expires in 2025, January 1st, or January 17th, 2025. So I have some time for this to be right. And as you can see, the price of the option contract has basically tracked the stock. But my thought process behind this is instead of buying $300 of the stock, and if it goes up 10%, I'd only make $30, but if the stock goes up 10%, this option contract will go up, a lot more than 10%. That's the idea here. But let me now show you on Webull here how the company is doing financially. So as we know, it's not doing great. And look at the market cap just today. This is crazy. I've never seen this. The market cap is under $1 billion. It's $994 million. And let me show you how great they're doing. So let me show you this first. They're net income positive, all right? And their total revenue growth is great and their net income growth. But let me tell you this, they're also debt free. So they have zero long-term debt. So they don't owe anyone any money. And here's their free cash flow. Look at the growth since 2019. This is why the stock has done so good. It's because of how much their net income and free cash flow has grown. So if we go to their diluted weighted average shares, you've only been diluted 2%. So for a tech stock, that's really good. But I will mention they just announced a $50 million stock buyback program, which is 5% of all the shares because the market cap is now under $1 billion. That's 5% of all the shares. And that literally only cost them 1/4 of free cash flow. Look at this. In the most recent quarter, they made $50 million. So the free cash flow yield is super high for this company. So let me show you this, of course. If we go to total debt here, it's blank and it says zero because they have zero debt. And if we head over here to cash and equivalents, they actually have $187 million of cash on hand. And this is why this company benefits from high interest rates. That's because what are they doing with their cash? Since they don't have debt to pay and interest from debt expenses, they're actually milking the high rates. So check this out. They actually made $6.26 million in pure free cash flow, pure interest that they had to do no work for. So that's $6 million added to the free cash flow, which is just amazing. And as we can see, 1 year ago, they used to issue a lot of shares. Now in the 3 most recent quarters, they're not diluting you at all. And the stock buyback program hasn't even hit yet. So the fact that they just now started the stock buyback program at this discounted price is so good in my opinion. Now I want to show you guys here in my Moo portfolio how much of the stock I actually own. So in my Robinhood portfolio, I just picked up that call, but here in my Moo portfolio, which if you don't know, once I buy a stock in here, I'm never allowed to sell it no matter what. So if you want to subscribe and come back to my channel in a long time or whatever, I will keep making updates on this portfolio. But one of the stocks I hold in here, and it's my second largest position in the portfolio, is ticker symbol PERI. And check this out. This is the true definition of dollar cost averaging, and this is what I would recommend if you wanted to get into the stock. Just buy a couple shares every single day, or not even just this stock. This is general good advice. Hashtag not financial advice for you or personal advice, but I think good advice would be dollar cost average into your favorite stocks and don't spend all your money at once. Because check this out. If we go to our position right here, we are down $311 or 20%. And I probably would be down more if I didn't dollar cost average. But either way, I'm glad I am. And I'm probably going to pick up some more shares here today because this valuation is just nuts. And if you're like, how do I know the valuation's good? Because I just showed you the financial metrics. But let me show you this right here, my friends. So check this out. This is their free cash flow yield. So what this means is their market cap, remember, was just at $1 billion. They make $150 million in free cash flow every single year. And if we scroll down here to look at their valuation, so the PE ratio right now is 9.13 and the forward PE ratio is 7.36. So this is just insanely cheap. We can see the price to sales ratio, price to bookings, and the price to free cash flow ratio, which is another good one to look at, and the PEG ratio, the price to earnings growth. So anything above 1 is considered overvalued in a PEG ratio. This is at a 0.33. So every metric you look at is telling you this is a screaming buy. And I don't honestly know why the stock has been doing so bad. The 2024 forecast was really good. And I'll actually pull that up right now, actually. Why not? After I show you this, look, their gross margins are 36%, free cash flow margins. Like this company, like I said, has zero debt, tons of cash, milking high rates. The ROIC is 15%. Return on equity. You right now in this environment, you want to be looking for stocks with high ROE and high ROIC. They've been doing great, but this one hasn't. But let me actually show you the investor presentation. So here is the guidance I just pulled up from the investor presentation. And this was the 2023 revenue, and this is the 2024 guidance. So the adjusted EBITDA is going from 169 anywhere from 178 to 182. So what this is saying is that the revenue isn't going negative. So all these statistics that we look at, the free cash flow yield and all those, the price to earnings ratio are very great. The PE forward ratio kind of tells you that too, but this is the actual projected guidance given from the company themselves. And I want to show you some other really cool things from the investor presentation. I know they always make these look really good, but I want to show you this part right here. So they are reaching people on every single part of their day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. This is an advertising stock. I never even went into what the company does and stuff like that, but that's kind of not what the video is about. I just wanted to show you how I bought the dip on this, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. Let me know what you think about this. If you guys leave a comment, I will respond to every single comment. That's my promise. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. My name is Nathan Robert.